What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer update video. And it is the start of the week, people. The Premier League season begins this Friday. Arsenal against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Big boy business begins, people. No more pre-season friendlies. The points are on the line. The pressure's on the line. How are Arsenal going to cope with it? Really looking forward to that game. Obviously, I'll be back with the watch-along this week, so make sure you tune in for that. We're going to have lots of content coming out this week. Previews, predictions for the season, all of that good stuff as we look ahead to this weekend's Premier League action kicking off. Can't wait for it. And the transfer window continues to remain open. Who are Arsenal going to bring in? And the pieces are kind of falling into place a little bit for Arsenal to get their transfer business done, people. So we're going to talk about today what's happening, and we've got plenty to talk about. Before we get into today's video, a quick word for today's video sponsor, Surfshark. Something for you to listen out for, people. Want to shout out today's video sponsor, and that is Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN, a virtual private network that offers you greater protection and hides your IP address when you're using public Wi-Fi, and extra data protection that certainly helps you nowadays, people. One situation where I love to use Surfshark is if you love watching your Netflix series and your movies. Me being in the UK, I can't watch all of the series in America. Using Surfshark, you can change your IP address to America. This enables you to enjoy all of the series and all of the movies on Netflix in America. Something that definitely helps if you travel a lot as well, people. Don't forget, one account will work on all your household devices. So your laptop, your tablet, your mobile phone, one account you can use on unlimited devices within your household, people. Using the code CSTV, you will get 83% off, and you will also get 3 months completely free. Who can complain at that? Use the code CSTV, 83% off, and 3 months completely free. Click the link in the description below and start enjoying Surfshark today, people. There you go, people. Don't forget, link is in the description below. Big up Surfshark for supporting the channel. Obviously, with their help and support, we can continue to push this channel even further. Link in the description, 83% off and 3 months completely free, people. Right, let's get into the transfer business. Let's talk about Arsenal. Their main man that they are chasing at the moment, people, is Cody Gakpo. We've spoken about him a number of times. Dutch winger. He's done an interview over the weekend where he's saying that his future, he's unsure whether he'll be at PSV next season. It is now believed he is Arsenal's top target when it comes to a potential new winger coming through the door. Now, we know that PSV are a club that will sell these players at the right price. They have a great history of selling players. Obviously, in more recent times, people like Memphis Depay and back in the day, players like Ruud van Nistelrooy. It's believed that PSV want 40 million euros, which is around 34 million pounds for Cody Gakpo. Now, Cody Gakpo is predominantly a left winger. He's very tall, 6'1", 6'2". Right-footed. He scored 21 goals last season for PSV and 16 assists. Had a fantastic season. He's in the Dutch squad. He's trying to make it into that Dutch squad for the World Cup. And, you know, he was voted the Football Writers Player of the Year last year in the Dutch League. Now, one or two things that I kind of question about this deal and whether this is the right deal or not. Number one, he's a left winger. He's a right-footed left winger. Now, we have Martinelli there, we have Smith Rowe there as kind of our two options. Do we need a left winger? I would have more said we need a right winger because I think Pepe will probably be moved on in this window. That really only leaves us with Bukayo Saka. I think Nelson will probably be moved on as well. So, would it be wise for Arsenal to buy a left winger rather than a right winger? Does it matter? I don't know. Saka can play on the left. You could play Gakpo on the left. You could play Saka on the right. Gakpo has played on the right on a few occasions, but is predominantly a left footer. Obviously, anybody that's seen a little bit more of Dutch football, let me know what you think about him. Is he somebody that we simply should buy at all costs? or do you think he's a little bit overrated coming from a league that is a little bit inferior to the Premier League? What I have seen of him, he's tall, he's dynamic, he's quick, he shoots from distance, and he can pass and cross the ball as well. He definitely has all the attributes. I couldn't say for certain whether he's good enough for Arsenal because I haven't seen enough of him, if I'm being honest. But clearly, Arsenal want to sign a goal scorer. They want to sign a winger. Now, this list has come out today of players that Arsenal are linked with. So Gakpo is believed to be a top target in terms of a winger. The other target is Jarrod Bowen. Now, this one I thought was maybe speculation and paper talk, but they're saying now this concrete interest from Arsenal. They've spoken to his agent on a couple of occasions. Bowen would be interested in joining Arsenal. It's a wage that we could definitely, deal with. He earns around 70 grand a week at West Ham. Be very easy for Arsenal to probably double that. And it's just a case of potentially agreeing a deal with West Ham. Now, as I said before, people, it's believed West Ham want around £60 million for Jarrod Bowen. Now, I said the other day that I didn't really think Jarrod Bowen was worth 60 million. Somebody did state in the comments that, he had better stats than Rafinha last year. And we were, I was quite happy for Arsenal to maybe pay 50 million for Rafinha. I thought 60 million was a little bit much, but I would have paid it. So, is Jarrod Bowen worth 60 million? He is a goal scorer. He does understand the Premier League. I'm not sure. I do like him. He is tenacious. He's strong. He's aggressive. He's got goals in him. Maybe I'm being a little bit snobby. Maybe if his name was Jaredinho Bowenino, or, then maybe we would want him. Sometimes, Jarrod Bowen from West Ham, who used to play for Hull. Maybe it's not glamorous enough. I don't know. I do rate him. I just think it's slightly overpriced, but he is a good player. And, you look at players like Torreira at Brighton, a left back. They're talking about £50 million. So goal scorers, especially England internationals, are often worth even more money. So who would you rather sign, people? Cody Gakpo looks like he's the main target right now at £34 million, or Jarrod Bowen at £60 million. Certainly, I do think Arsenal are trying to sign a goal-scoring winger in this window. Now, let's talk about the other main guy that we know we're consistently linked with, and that is Youri Tielemans. Now, a few things are happening at Leicester. Newcastle have offered £50 million for James Maddison, a player that we were linked with last summer. We signed Odegaard instead. Now, reports coming out of Leicester today are that they are still expecting Arsenal to come and sign Youri Tielemans. It's a strange situation. It's almost as if Arsenal know they're going to sign him, Tielemans knows he's signing, and Leicester know that he's signing, but we just haven't signed him yet. Apparently, we still haven't made a formal offer for him, but everybody is saying that we've agreed personal terms with the player. Said it before and I'll say it again. It's a dangerous game. A verbal agreement is one thing. Pen to paper is another. I think we still need to sign a midfielder, and I would like Tielemans to come to Arsenal. It just seems as if it's a waiting game and Arsenal clearing the decks to get him through the door and bring in a couple of signings. Now, let's talk about players leaving, people. These pieces are starting to fall into place for Arsenal. Reports coming out yesterday. Fabrizio, David Ornstein, they're all reporting Bernd Leno deal agreed with Fulham. £8 million. Arsenal have agreed the price. He's agreed personal terms verbally. It's just a case of him dealing with his bonuses and everything with Fulham. And he will sign for them sometime this week, barring, another club coming in for him. Bernd Leno for £8 million, in my opinion, is a bargain for Fulham. I'm surprised he's going to a relegation struggling club. But it doesn't seem as if many clubs are in for him. So his options are quite limited. £100,000 a week, Bernd Leno. £8 million. It's not great business, but it is 8 mil and it is 100 grand off the wage bill for Arsenal. Bernd Leno's been a decent goalkeeper, and I'd be disappointed to see him go because I think he's good competition for Ramsdale. Also, I understand in a World Cup year, he doesn't want to sit down on the bench for Arsenal. Leno on his way to Fulham. The second one, following Balogun, on his way to Reims on loan in the French League. It looks as if he'll join them on loan for the season. No option to buy. Just a case of first-team football and experience. He only got 6 months at Middlesbrough. Going to Ligue 1 and playing against the likes of PSG and Marseille, I'm sure will be great experience for him. Balogun on his way to Reims on loan for the season. that is another player on his way out. Personally, a big talent, but I think he needs more first-team football. The third one, all reports coming out today, people. Lucas Torreira on his way to Galatasaray. It's believed they have agreed a fee with Arsenal, £5.5 million. Again, terrible transfer business. 25 million we paid for him. Apparently, we turned down 7.5 million from Fiorentina. In the end, he looks as if he's going to go for even less than that. Lucas Torreira is constantly wanted to leave England. On his way to Turkish football. I think he was hoping for a move to Italy or Spain. Looks as if he's going to Galatasaray. They still haven't agreed personal terms with him. He earns around 75 grand a week. Shouldn't be a problem. And at £5.5 million, Torreira was not involved against Sevilla at the weekend. He looks as if he is on his way out of the football club as well. So players beginning to leave. Nuno Tavares made his debut for Marseille on the weekend. Did a fantastic bit of skill that was all over social media. So that will be Balogun, Tavares out on loan. Okonkwo out on loan as well. Torreira and Leno out on permanent deals this week. Hector Bellerin was not involved at the weekend. He looks as if he's edging closer to a move. And of course, Pablo Mari, Reece Nelson, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Nicolas Pepe, to name but a few players that we're still hoping to shift out. So in my opinion, I think we're getting closer to the point where we are going to go for somebody else. I think we probably get a couple more out of the door and earn some money for these players as well. 9 million for Guendouzi, 3.5 for Mavropanos, 8 for Leno, 5.5 for Torreira. If we can get one or two more out and get some cash in, then I think you'll see Arsenal try and sign a winger, get a centre midfielder done. And on paper, I would say if we were to get a Gakpo and a Tielemans, this for me would be one of the best transfer windows we've had in the last few years. We've addressed the majority of positions that we needed to. If I was being really greedy, I would want another right back and another striker. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, people. So things are moving. The transfer window is open till the end of the month, but the Premier League season starts this week. Personally, I don't think we'll sign anybody else before the Crystal Palace game, but I do think you'll see at least one or two players leaving the club this week. Thank you very much for everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to download Surfshark. Link in the description below. 83% off for this month and 3 months completely free. Also have to say well done to the England women's team who won the Euros yesterday in extra time. It was an epic way to win that game, you know, extra time winner against Germany. So congratulations to the England women's team for bringing home Euro 2022. And let's hope the men can follow suit at the World Cup later on in Qatar. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like the video and subscribe. We're going to do member stream and we'll do some live streams this week as we build up to the start of the Prem season. Like the video, comment and subscribe. I'll see you all soon, people. Bless.